Okie dokie. Welcome to another episode of Tackle and Tacos, a fishing podcast. I get so sick of saying that the same way every time. So like sometimes I say it like that, tackle and tacos, like that's kind of, I don't mean to be like melodic,
Do
but
the thing.
yeah, whatever. Nate, how are you?
I'm doing good. Yep. Things
Yeah.
are going well. Excited for this podcast. I think it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, man. Like we've talked about this before where we have people that we want on the show and then getting them on the show, not like they're too cool for school, like they're avoiding us, but like getting the schedules to line up. This might be one that might be the longest we've ever gone. Like been talking to this dude to have him on the show for so long. And he
Yeah,
was
it's been a while.
yeah, he was super cordial, super down, like right away. And what we were trying to do, because he's a hop, skip, and a jump from where I live in Wisconsin, he's like, an hour and a half west. We were trying to line something up where we could go over there, hang out with the homie Matt from Omnia, touch base with like Hellabass or Seth or some of the buddies over there, and then like see their setup. And it just hasn't really lined up. So I was like, dude, let's just do a podcast and then we'll figure out another time. And so we're talking about Billy from Throwback Baits. I'm pretty sure Billy's last name is pronounced Giles, but what I was hoping, and I don't think it's real, but what I'm hoping is that his last name is pronounced Gilly, because then it'd be like Billy Gilly from Throwback Baits, because that just sounds dope, like.
Yeah.
And I'm also hoping that Billy's team, like they're like straight up, dude. Here, I'll put it on the ticker, straight up, like for real. Their merch game, some of the best in the biz. Like it's so good. The designs are so fresh and like timeless, and they fit. Not to sound like too smart, but they fit the motif, like the vibe, the aesthetic of like the whole throwback thing, while being like minimal and dope and whatever. But I'm hoping that somebody at their team, and they're very good at this, but I'm hoping someone on their team has used some clips from White Man Can't Jump in like some throwback promo stuff. Because when they say "Let's go, Billy Ho" or whatever, like they say Billy movie so much, and Billy Gilly just happens to be white, just like Woody Harrelson. Like I just feel like, so if you want to use that, Billy, if you use my idea, use some White Man Can't Jump promo pieces. You know what I'm saying? That's terrible.
Put some clips in. Billy, you're so stupid.
Oh, Billy, you're so stupid. Yeah. Let's go, Billy Ho.
Yeah.
Probably happen. Whatever. Just throw the audio clip in at random when you stick a good one, like lean into a good one on a swim bait and say, "Oh, Billy, you're so stupid," if it breaks off or something. But yeah, we're gonna talk to Billy from Throwback Baits, man. I feel like they've been doing things. I don't know how to say this. Like my favorite musicians, rappers, bands, whatever, are the musicians, bands, writers who are doing things that other people are doing, but they're doing them different enough to where they stand out. Does that make sense, Nate?
Oh, without a doubt, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like everybody's essentially, rappers are rapping. You know what I'm saying? And with the exception of a few like modern day ones, they all rhyme. But it's about like how you say what you say. Like there's a lot of swim bait companies out there, and a lot of them are really good. But Throwback has been doing it their way since the jump, and their color game is stupid good. That's something I actually want to talk to them about. Like, how do you come up with the colors you have, and how do you develop them? How do you decide what gets put to market and what gets like hush put in your tackle box that nobody gets to see? What's your setup like? They've been killing it for a long time. So if you're not up on game, you should be. It's just throwbackbaits.com. All their socials is Throwback Baits. They kill it. Like they're absolutely killing it. And I'm excited to talk to him. Nate, take us through the show sponsors quick, and then we will bring Billy in. We'll have a good conversation.
Yeah, so of course, show is brought to you by Grizzly Coolers. Code WCB gets you 15% off. What's it? Whiskey Charlie Bravo WCB. The guys obviously at WCB, part of the Working Class Bow Hunter Podcast Network.
Yeah.
Leupold Optics in the Performance Eyewear, Denali rods, and some of the dopest rods out, and Northland Insurance Services, Moldy's Marine. I think that's everybody, right?
Yeah, I mean Waypoint TV, not really a sponsor.
Yeah.
Put our stuff on there, which is pretty dope. Have you seen
no doubt.
that new Minner shaken forward facing thing that Denali's putting out?
I have seen some stuff.
It's pretty weird.
Yeah.
They have a couple weird but smart, which is kind of their shtick. It's like a new series of rods. Well, it's not. It's rods they already have, and then you can add this new tip to it that the graphite is what is it, like infused with titanium or something. So if you're doing like minnow shaking, or if you're doing something forward facing, you can keep your bait in the same location, but still have it like shake without it moving at all, which is crazy to me. And just, pretty intelligent, pretty well designed. So Denali Fishing is killing it. Yeah. Grizzly Coolers. Oh, Sugar Bush. Oh, am I back? There I am. Yeah. Stoked to have all the sponsors we have. And let's see what else. Oh, social medias at Tackling Tacos, tacklingtacos.com. Make sure you check us out on the YouTubes. We're trying to get our account up there. We're going to do a big giveaway for that. I think that's it. Let's quit effing around and bring the dude in. Yes.
Let's get to it. Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's get after it. So with no further ado, coming to us from, literally probably like 60 miles from my house. It seems silly that we're videoing when we should just be hanging out, but whatever. Stoked to have the man on. Yeah. This is Billy from Throwback Baits. Hey,
what's up? What's up, guys?
What up, dude?
How we doing? Okay, it's Giles. That's how you pronounce my last name, Giles.
Oh.
It's not Billy Gilly, dude. I was actually dying when you guys are saying that. Wait, me can't jump shit. That was good. Yeah, no, but it's Billy Giles. Yeah.
Okay, dang. Have you ever heard of? Have you ever fished or heard of? Total side note here. It's relevant, but it has nothing to do with this podcast. Have you heard of the Giles flowage in Wisconsin?
No, I haven't. Where in Wisconsin is it?
And say it, dude. It's like the super slept on spot. It's like northeast of me. So if you went up to like Hayward, but then swung a right, and just went towards like, whatever, Michigan, it's this giant body of water. Not giant, but it's pretty big. And the way that I found out about it was I asked ChatGPT, hey, help me find some lakes that most people don't know about in Wisconsin. It was like, well, Jimmy Houston likes the Giles flowage or whatever. And I was like, what the hell? So
crazy, dude.
Video of Jimmy Houston just murdering smallmouth in like every which way you can imagine. And this lake looks like something straight out of Canada. Like it's like these giant boulders coming into the lake, and like it looks so dope. And it's near this town called Montreal, Wisconsin, that I think has like 4 people in it. You know what I'm saying? It's just teeny tiny.
That's where you know it's good. You know it's the fishing's good over there.
Oh crap! I'm breaking up. Well, hey, give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna let it keep recording. I'm gonna take off. I have my internet.
Hey, you look great on this end, just so you know.
Is it really?
Yeah, I haven't seen you glitch one time.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing it on my end, but I'm gonna remove the Ethernet, so it's probably gonna blank out for a second. Just stay there, fellas. Give me 1 sec. We'll be right back. Hold on. Daggum technology, boy.
See, you're supposed to have this figured out. And again, like I said, I haven't seen a hiccup yet.
Yeah, you would think we do. We've been doing this long enough. All right, so here we go. We're back at it. Billy, thank you for being a part of the show. You're a stud.
For sure.
Thank you. How long have we been talking, dude? Over a year.
Dude, literally like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally a year and a half. And you're like, I live in Stillwater too, by the way. So you're in Eau Claire. Yeah, it's literally an hour. We're in Eau Claire all the time. And I'm actually from Eau Claire. I grew up in Eau Claire, actually.
Super dope. Yeah. The fact that we haven't ever hung out, fished, done this in person, this is stupid, but whatever. But we're here now. We are. We're going to have a conversation. It's going to be dope. So let me ask you this right out of the gates, Billy. I like hearing, like if I have you on because you're a swim bait manufacturer, and P.S., your game is strong. You guys are killing it over there. I think you guys, you do it unique. Yeah, very authentic. Everything about you feels believable, which I think is huge. But I also like to hear about you as a human. So if you would give me like whatever version you want to give me, but how did you get into fishing? How'd you get caught in it?
Dude, this is like, normally it's like the story is, oh yeah, I grew up fishing. My dad fished and that's why I fished. Like my story is totally different. Okay. So like I grew up in Eau Claire. I got into a lot of trouble when I was younger, a lot of trouble. It was not a great time in my life. And then I ended up, I won't get into it too deep, but I ended up getting sober. So I haven't had a sip of alcohol or any drugs in 13 years. I've been sober.
That's awesome.
And so, yeah, thank you. And so when I got sober, I didn't fish growing up. I played sports, but I didn't fish. And then when I got sober, I was like, dude, I need something to do. Like, and I love the outdoors. I always loved the outdoors. And I was like, I need something to do. I need to find a hobby. I need to like be busy. I'm a very busy person. And I was like, we had a cabin up in Cumberland, Wisconsin. And I just started fishing. And I started literally, when I was like 18, 19 when I started fishing. So I did not grow up fishing. My family doesn't fish, nothing. But yeah, I started when I was 19. Yeah, that's how I got into it. And for me, it was like, right away, like catching fish was like just a byproduct. Like I was not good at all. Like I literally only threw a jig all the time. That's it. Just a jig all the time.
Yeah.
And a Senko, I guess, a jig and a Senko. And like catching the fish for me was fun, but for me it was more about getting out in nature, right? It was about like being like comfortable being alone was huge for me. And so yeah, I just like immersed myself into this fishing industry. And then I fell in love, and I got I got hooked. I was like, okay, what more can I do? How do I continue learning? How can I continue catching bigger fish? What are these fish? Like, I want to target these. So it's just evolved over the years. So yeah, that's kind of how I got into fishing. Yeah, definitely didn't grow up doing it, but even to this day, like I can go over to Minnetonka and I have a shot at some big fish, but like that's not the bodies of water I like to fish. Like I like to be in nature. Like I like to be away from people. I like to be secluded. Like I drive so far to fish because I just want that peace. So yeah, that's kind of my style of fishing, I guess.
Dude, that's awesome. Number one, congrats on the sobriety talk. I love that, dude. I like I'm not even anti-drinking and whatever, but like I like when people can make a positive life change and stick with it. So that's dope, dude. Thanks for having the balls.
Appreciate it.
Can I ask you like a follow-up? Am I allowed to ask you a follow-up on that?
For sure, dude. 100%. Yeah.
I guess it's not like I'm not getting way up in your closet, trying to get you to bare your soul, but
dude, I mean, you can get into my closet. I don't care.
Was you said you needed something to do, and I get that, but then when you found nature, was the nature element like a part of the process, like a part of the healing from the addiction stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I mean, like it was like spirituality for me. Like, yep. I remember like I went to treatment. I went to AA. I lived in a sober house. That's why I moved to the cities, originally. So like I did the whole rigmarole, dude. And I remember there was like God was a big thing, right? Like it was a big part of healing and like having faith and having spirituality. And like for me, like I needed that calm in my mind to open myself up to like, I don't know, spirituality and feeling that connection with my higher power. So like for me, yeah, 100%. Like nature was my solitude, right? And I don't know about you guys, but my mind and my brain is like it's really hard to keep up with, and it goes a million miles a minute. And like nature was peace for me. So yeah, it was a huge part of my healing process.
Yeah, that's dope, dude.
Heck yeah.
So one of my favorite, I had to look it up because I couldn't remember it like word for word, but John Muir, the quote, the worst I go to lose my mind and find my soul. There's something about that, like fishing, it's not forest, but whatever, but there's something about that where you kind of like your brain kind of turns off.
For sure.
In your heart and your soul. And yeah, it's funny. Like I really like fishing derbies, like partner derbies. I just think it's more fun having a buddy there, but I have to have time where I'm fishing by myself, especially like just slick, calm water, or like our buddy Andrew from New York says slick, calm. That water's just slick. Out there and you can see like the steam coming off the water and you just breathe. And like, I couldn't give two shits less. Like if I catch a fish, if I don't catch a fish, but in that, like your brain might turn off, but your soul gets fed. It's like it's like that boom, your iPhone makes when you plug it in. It's just the best, dude. It's the best.
Yeah, dude, for sure. Yeah, 100%. Like, and it's funny you say like, I don't like I don't love fishing alone now. As I got older, I don't know. Like I like being with people. I like being with my boys for sure. I will, but like I think like back then, like fishing solo was like, dude, and I was fishing in like a like legit a 12-foot John boat with like a 9 horsepower tiller on the back. Like that's what I learned. Like that's how I learned to fish. And yeah, it was just me out there in that little tin can, like catching like 1.5 pounders and being so pumped about it, you know? So
Gosh.
yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. Like,
Heck yeah.
do you follow? I don't know how much you follow. Do you follow tournament-y, like pro tournament bassy stuff?
A little bit,
Yeah.
bit. Not a ton. No, I've never really been a tournament guy either. I fished some tournaments, but like nothing serious. But I watched some of it. Like, yeah, I mean, like Easton Fothergill, Seth Fighter, those guys, Trey McKinney. Like, I know who some of them dudes are.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever heard of or if you know about Mike Iaconelli.
Oh yeah, I met him actually. Yeah, yep.
Oh yeah. So, because that's the thing. Him is he's still at whatever he is, 50 something years old. He still treats every 2-pounder, oh giant, like loses his mind.
Dude. Yeah, dude.
People like get on him about it. And I'm like, I don't ever want to lose that. I don't want to lose that like that imagination or like that's
For
part
sure.
of fishing, especially if it's a derby or I'm fun fishing or whatever. On the days when it's not coming easy, my imagination of thinking like, all right, if I skip this jig under this dock, there's definitely going to be one, even though there hasn't been one on the last 94 docks. This one,
Dude.
boy. This
Dude.
one. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? That's dope.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah. One of my buddies, he's exactly like that, dude. He screams giant every time he swings on the fish. Like it's and every time I'm like, dude, it's not. And then it was funny. What's that? What'd you say? Oh, sorry. Yeah. We were down in Florida. We were down at ICAST and we went pond hopping, and Kyle, my business partner, he caught a 9.5, like on the nuts, a 9.5 out of a golf course. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that was a crazy story. I got bit by this fish twice, and he comes over. He's like, "Did you just get bit?" I'm like, "Yeah, right there. Cast right there." He casts right there, and he swings on a 9.5, and I was like,
"Oh gosh."
I know, dude. I was like, "Oh no," but I was pumped for him. I was super pumped for him. But my other buddy starts screaming, "Giant, giant, giant!" And I was like, "Dude, it's like a 3-pounder, 4-pounder." And no, sure as shit, it was actually a giant. So yeah, but what you said about like, yeah, I love catching fish. Like I do chase big fish. But every once in a while, I'll just go out and whack a shit ton of 2-pounders and have a day.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah, for sure.
Heck
okay,
yeah.
two follow-up questions. One is, what's your PB then? If you're just constantly chasing biggins,
PB is 7.7.
And that is that locally ish?
No. That's down south. Yeah, that's down south.
Yeah.
Locally, largemouth 6.4, and smallmouth 6.3. Yeah.
Woo! That's a giant.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And was the smallmouth on a swim bait?
They were both on swim baits. Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I was just telling Nate before we brought you on. I'm like, I think Billy like literally only throws big swim baits, or not?
Yeah,
big,
I do.
And I'm like, that is so mind-bogglingly crazy to me. Although I also like, it's weird, it's so weird how we as humans, like this could like not make sense, but it makes sense. Like, you don't know, like that sounds so stonery. Like it sounds like I'm like, dude, that makes sense. But like, because like it doesn't make sense. But also when you start throwing big swim baits, that's freaking fun. You start getting fun, almost like musky fishing. Like you can just that's an addiction too. Like you just get going and going and going. And if I tried this one, it's more of a chopper than like a big wide glide or what. You can get so specific with it. But and we were just talking too before you jumped on, Billy, like the one thing too about swim bait guys, like diehard, like swim bait nuts, like they have the dopest combos, like the sexiest, like Calcutta combo.
Yeah.
It's like tricked out Daiwas, like 400 size and 8.5 odd split grips with like they're super dope stuff, very specific. But all right, so the other question I have before we get into all that rod and reel and all that mess is when then in your personal fishing journey, when did the light bulb come on for you for swim baits?
Yeah, it was a question I was gonna ask too right there.
Yeah, no, great question, dude. It's actually crazy. Like, it's actually crazy how I got into swim baits and how I got into throwback, dude. So Doug, Kyle, and I are partners. We own Throwback, us three. Okay. Early on, I knew nothing about swim baits. I was, throwing. Actually, for a while, I was a pretty big muskie fisherman. And then I took like a little. I've always been an entrepreneur. So after I went to college, I dropped out of college. Started a business, like a digital marketing company. We built like websites and did like brand stuff. So like brand kits, logos, all that stuff. SEO and paid media, so Facebook ads and whatever. So I did that for a while, and I kind of like my fishing slowed down a lot. Like I was busy, and then I left that company. My business partner and at the time bought me out of that company. And while I owned that company, I met Kyle, my business partner now, and we had always like we worked together on some projects. He was a videographer. And so I would hire him to shoot video and content for my clients and whatever. And then we just became really close and we fished a ton together. And so then I remember when I was at my marketing company, he was like, dude, he's like, I'm going to start this fishing lure company. I was like, sick. Like, what are you going to do? Like jigs, like what, like, you're going to tie some jigs or what? And he was like, no, I'm going to start a swim bait company. And I was like, what the hell is that? He's like, dude, like I can make, like, I have this idea. He's like, I have this idea. Like he was really into DRT. Do you guys know DRT?
Yeah, very much. Yeah. The class.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He liked DRT and he was like, dude, I think that he's like, I want to try making one. So he carved the first wake walker and he carved his first wake walker and he started to get some traction on social, right? Like people following the build journey.
Wow.
And I remember when he told me about it, he was like, yeah, he's like, people want to buy them. Like, I think I'm going to sell them for like $125. And I literally looked at him dead in the face and I was like, you are stupid, dude. What are you talking about? Like, what? I was shocked, right? And then he opened the door to Swimbaits to me. This was about 6 years ago, right? And I was like, holy crap, this is a whole like denomination of fishing that I didn't even know. And of course, me being the person I am, I freaking, rabbit hole down into it. So then fast forward, I got bought out of my other company and I called Kyle and he had been running it for about, I think, a year and a half or so. It was just out of his garage and I called him up and we had always talked about this was before Throwback, but we'd always talked about starting a business together. We're always like, oh, what can we do? What can we do? He made this jump. And so then I called him up and I was like, hey, I'm a free agent. Like, what are you doing? And he was like, he pretty much just said like, he's like, yeah, he's like, let me show you what I got going on. Long story short, we started talking. Kyle's very, very creative. Like he's creative at heart for sure. He's really, really good at connecting with people and audiences. And I'm really good at operations and logistics and hiring and employees and management. And so we kind of just like came together and I was like, we were like, let's do this. So that's kind of how it started. And that's how I got into swim baits, dude. Like I started making swim baits when I started getting into swim baits.
That's
pretty
crazy.
much. Yeah.
That's super good. Where did the name come from?
Yeah. The name came from like, Kyle had this vision that he always claims that he's like an old soul. Like he's got like old school vibes. Like he had an old like 80s Ford F-150 like pickup and like he just like the throwback vibe is just like what he loves and what I love, what me and we all love now. It's like we wanted something timeless and something that everybody could resonate with, right? Everybody can resonate with something that's throwback. Like, and the other thing is that it's different, right, dude? Like you said it yourself in the little intro, like like I'm wearing an Evolution Outdoors hat. Love those guys. The Evolution guys are the best. Their stuff is awesome. But like most fishing companies have that like, new age, like glitchy, like cool, like flashy, like choppy, like, bright colors. And we were like, dude, let's do something different. Let's do like old school shit. Like you know, like old gas pumps and like your old Evinrude, like that we literally have an old Evinrude in our shop. Exactly like that. Doesn't work obviously, but so yeah, it was just like, yeah, like I don't know, man. Just to stand out and to be different and to be unique and to do it the way we wanted to do it. And that's kind of been our North Star. We just do things, how we want to, and we don't really like placate to what everybody else is doing, I guess.
Nate, what did you have there, buddy? I didn't mean to cut you off. I feel like I jumped on your toes on that last question.
No, you're good. That was it. But no, I definitely, I think it's awesome to like really grasp that like vintage throwback old school vibe. I'm another one of those like old soul, you know, type guys. I love everything vintage. I'm so into like old cars and trucks, and like, you know, you just see something old and you just got to stare at it forever and ever. It's just like, I wonder what year that was made. When did that come out? And, you know, it's just, you get so many questions. The brain just starts just spinning, you know, just going crazy. So I love that vibe.
I appreciate it. And I like also behind you, all the like your posters behind you. I mean, that's exactly like our vibe too. Yeah, you guys are the neon sign. That's dope. Does that work?
No, it's just like a reflective like neon, but it is.
Oh, sure.
Hey,
that's sick, dude.
Billy Gilly, I brought up this shirt. Did you design this one?
No, so technically yes, but dude, we have the same designer. His name is Ken Nyberg. He lives in Duluth. He's been our same designer since day one. And so like Kyle and I will tell him like, hey, like this is what we're thinking. And dude, it's just everything he does is just a masterpiece. We're like, holy shit, he nailed it first try every time. Like all of our boxes, all of our merch, everything. Dude, he designed the wrap on my boat. Like, oh dude, he's so good. It was.
What's his name? Say his name again.
Ken Nyberg. Here, his Instagram. I'll show you his Instagram. Yeah, he's like literally been with us since day one.
Got to give him a shout out because the dude's got stupid talent.
Yeah, he's great.
Sure.
This is him, Ken Friendly. I don't know if you can see that.
Ken Nyberg. Ken Friendly 84. He's got a hockey mask on, ironically, in his
yeah.
Photo talking about Ken Friendly looking like Casey or whatever his name is from Ninja Turtles. But yeah, man, throwback is I love that when I've said this to a couple people on the show. I feel like in 2026, I don't think people are necessarily smarter than they've ever been, but I feel like with YouTube, with social media, not even saying all those things are necessarily good things, but I think they've enabled people to smell baloney from farther away than ever. You know what I'm saying? Like when something's not authentic, I think people can catch on. And so your vibe, the throwback vibe, not only do you do it well, but it feels like who you are. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. It's funny you say that. We've actually heard that before. And yeah, I mean, I think that I came from like corporate America where everything's like, you know, my own business. I was working with corporate clients and it was all like, everybody's got to be technical and, you know, use all the lingo and all the terminology. And yeah, just like, I don't know. You're right. It is easy to smell that shit, but like, yeah, dude, what you see is what you get with throwback. Like, dude, like anything that you've seen on us, any videos, dude, that's just us. Like unapologetically, that's how we are. Like, that's how the shop is. The shop is super chill. The guys love their job, right? Like, we have like zero turnover. Like it's crazy. Like we have, yeah, man. And it's like, we mess around, dude. We have fun. Like that was Kyle and I's whole thing is like, dude, we want to do something we enjoy and we love. And if that comes at the cost of, you know, making extra money or doing this thing or doing that thing, like we'll forego the money every day of the week to be able to, you know, have fun, fuck around, dude. Oh my God. Sometimes awesome. we fuck around too much, but yeah. So yeah, no, what you see is what you get. Definitely.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope for sure. I have so many questions. I want to jump all over the place, but tell me a quick little I know you got kiddos, and a couple of them look the same and are very young. Tell us a little about your family, homie.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm married. My wife is from Eau Claire as well. I'm 33. We had our first kid when I was 30, when we were 30. And he's about 3. And we got two newborn twins. Well, they're 4 months now, so not technically newborn, but yeah, two boy and a girl. So I have 2 boys and 1 girl.
Awesome.
Which is super dope. Because I have 3 sisters and I'm the youngest. So I really kind of wanted a girl. And so when we found out we were having twins, I was like, dude, one's gotta be a girl, right? So 2 boys and a little girl. And yeah, it's been awesome. It's been super fun. Like, I love them to death. And you guys have kids, like, man, you don't when you have kids, I feel like I truly understand what like the most pure form of love is, which has been super, super. I'm blessed. I'm very grateful. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's great. Congratulations on the twins. Congratulations on the whole family. Like, that's dope. But like,
that's all.
New twins, and yeah, man, it's so fun. Like, so I'm old, you know what I'm saying? I'm 44, and I just had a baby 5 weeks ago, and like a lot of people have asked me, like, dude, you know what I mean? Like, why'd you have a baby at 44? Because, that's not like super old, but it ain't young. And it's just something about having kids, dude. Like, babies, like I feel like little kids, they just keep you honest. They keep you young. They keep you alive. I don't know what it is, man. Like, I'll look at my son Gus, who's 4. I'll look in his eyes when he catches a fish or when he throws a good spiral in the backyard, and like that just total awe and innocence, and like that smile that's not tainted by the politics and bullshit and stupidity in the world. It's so pure. Like, it's just, I don't know. I just wanted to have another kiddo, and my wife is attractive, so it was an easy combo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the joke. People be like, "Why you got so many kids?" I'm like, I don't know, man. My wife's attractive. She got a big booty. It's easy. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, kids are like they're like a reset. They're like a natural, I don't know, they just kind of balance things in your life. It's awesome, don't you think?
Oh yeah, dude, 100%. I mean, they're very like how do I say this, like, whatever problems I feel like I have going on, right, like issues with the business or issues with friends or family or whatever, like, my kids are just there and they have none of that, and it just like it's just like it evens me out a lot of times, where I like come home and I just see Wells's smile, and I'm just like, dude, everything's good, man. Everything's good in the world for sure, 100%.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. That was a perfect, my long meandering question, but all right. So let's talk more fishing stuff. Do you own more stuff than just swim bait stuff? If you go to the lake, do you have more things in your boat than just swim bait stuff? Like,
I mean, like, very rarely. Like, I will, like, it depends where I'm fishing, right? And it depends who I'm fishing with. Like, if I'm bringing some buddies out who aren't like super, like, maybe it's just casuals, right? Like casual fishermen, like, for sure I got a chatterbait in a box and a jig and a Senko and a jerk bait, whatever. But so yeah, to answer your question, yeah, in my boat right now, I have 1 tackle box with miscellaneous conventional, just one little one, like this big.
That's such a
little 3600.
Yeah.
Conventional. What else is it called? What do you call it?
No, it makes sense. It's just, I just call it tackle. You know what I'm saying? But like,
yeah.
You're such a big like swim bait guy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes, like, for example, like this spring, I was getting my ass kicked. I was literally, dude, I probably spent, I don't know, 40 to 50, no, probably 40 hours over the course of okay, so this is also like in Wisconsin, it's catch and release all year. In Minnesota, it's not, right? So early spring ice out, I head over to Wisconsin and fish lakes in Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. So I'm used to fishing that early, but in Minnesota, this is the first year that they allowed that. I don't know if you guys know this.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyways, me and a couple buddies were like, everybody in Minnesota like is like, dude, the state record is going to be broken, right? Like, we don't even have a 10-pounder. You know, I think the Minnesota state record's like 814 or something. Like, it's not even 9 pounds, right?
Yeah.
We're one of 3 states, I think it's like Wyoming, Minnesota, and Hawaii that don't have the state records. Not largemouth bass is not 10 pounds. So anyways, everybody's like, dude, the state record's gonna get broken. The state record's gonna get broken. Ice, like, we can go right at ice out, right? So dude, I made trips down to there's some lakes down southern Minnesota. That I had rumors that there was 8s and 9s and potentially, or sorry, 8s, 7s, 8s, and potentially 9-pounders, right? Dude, I drove all over the place. I put so many hours in, I didn't get a single fucking bite on the swim baits. Like, I was like,
That's so brutal.
Dude, I'm talking hours in the car, man, like grinding swim baits. And I'm not even talking big swim baits. I brought some show and tell stuff, but like, even like this is 5 inches. Like, this is a small swim bait. And like, they weren't even eating that. So anyways, long-winded answer. I was like, fuck this. I'm burning a chatterbait around. And I did, and I fucking caught some very nice fish. Yeah. So what's that?
I said, you caught him, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Whacked them, dude. Whacked them. Like, I was like, dude, why do you say that, like, as a swim baiter, like, and this is like a true thing. Like, a lot of times, like, throwing swim baits, I like really, like I said, I used to be a pretty big musky guy, and throwing swim baits for like big bass and musky fishing, at least in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Midwest, very similar. Like, very similar. Like, dude, you will grind all day, not get a single bite. You'll see fish, you'll see follows with your eyeballs and on scope, and you won't catch a single fish. But it's also like part of the fun of, like, I don't know, chasing. I've caught some giant fish too on swim baits. So that's kind of the theory, the philosophy: big baits, big fish. But yeah, so long answer, but yeah, like, sometimes I will throw conventional. There's another lake up in northern Minnesota. It's an old rock quarry. It's like 400 feet deep in like 60-foot viz. And we have seen so many giant fish, dude, like 7s, probably 6s for sure. Follow all the way up to the boat. Like, I'm talking largemouth and smallmouth. Follow all the way up to the boat, and they will never eat, dude. Like, again, one of those things. Me and Doug, my business partner, we've spent, years. Like, we've been going out there the last 4 years, and we haven't caught anything. The biggest I caught was like a high 5. Same with him. But I know they're in there. So, for example, like, I was throwing a hair jig because I'm like, dude, this super clear water, like, there's a hatch, and I'm like, I'm gonna rip around like a hair jig, and I didn't catch them, but like,
the logic's there.
Yeah. And so like I said, every once in a while, like, yeah, I'll throw conventional, but I would say 95% of the time I'm throwing swim baits. Yeah.
So would you, Billy Gilly, would you call yourself like the Tyrone Biggums of fishing? You know who Tyrone Biggums is?
No, I don't.
Nate, you know Tyrone Biggums, right?
Yeah.
Tyrone Biggums is a character from Dave Chappelle when he's a crackhead. And he's like, hey, man, you got any
more? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's like us when we go fishing for muskies or big swim bait fishing. You can't fish anymore. You're worn out. You can't do it. You fish for 8 hours, then you get a good follow, and you're like, all right, I got a couple more in me. You know, you can cast
for sure.
Hour. It's
for sure.
A crackhead thing, dude.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Dude, yeah, like, there's like swim. It's like, oh man. Sometimes I wonder, like, why do I do this? Like, for sure. Like, I'm like, this is stupid. Like, not catching fish, like, big baits, big fish, whatever, poo. you know,
Yeah.
fuck that. But then you crack a, you know, a mid 5 and you're like, okay, this is all right. Like,
back at it.
I don't know. Yeah, back at it. So yeah, I do. I think I am. Yeah. I'll also say, like, I don't think I'm not the king of swim baits, right? Like, I am not by any means like the most knowledgeable on swim baits. I am not the best swim bait fisherman. Like, I throw them a lot, but I mainly throw our baits. Like, when I say 95% of the time I'm throwing swim baits, it's our baits. There's a couple exceptions. But yeah, dude, I'm always throwing our baits because I'm filming, I'm getting content, right? I'm testing baits. I'm seeing how fish interact with our baits. I'm seeing what triggers them to bite. I'm testing the durability of our baits. Like, I'm prototyping. So that's also why. Like, I think if I didn't own Throwback, I don't think I would be like a swim bait purist. I don't.
That makes sense. So one of my favorite
Sure.
swim baits, Billy, is using them, like you said, follows or whatever. So you don't do the thing that so many other people do, where you get a follow and you chuck a wacky at them, chuck a Nico at them, like a little follow up, Great Lakes finesse, little jig head.
Yeah. Nah, I don't. Nope, I don't. Yeah, dude. I do have one of my buddies. He and actually my shop manager at Throwback. His name's Travis. He's a beauty. What a fucking dope dude. But he's like he was a big bass guy. And then he converted to fucking walleye fishing. And so like,
whoa,
yeah, dude. We give him so much shit. He gets it. Don't worry. He gets it all of it.
Perfect.
But he's a stick. Like, he's a really good angler. He actually won the NWT. Do you know what that is? The NWT?
Yeah, the walleye trail.
Yep. He won it last year. Won a fucking $100,000 Ranger. Like, yeah, they placed. Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Yep. He's a. What do you mean? How?
No, I said wow. Like, wow.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I don't know how he did it. Yeah, he's like, but he's a really good fish, but he loves throwing. He's like a finesse fisherman. Like, when he was a bass fisherman, he was a finesse fisherman. So there's sometimes where we go out, and because he throws all sorts of conventional, he's throwing, like, you know, urchin baits and Sakamata shads and I mean everything, right? And so, like, I'll get a follow, I'll see it on scope. I'll be like, hey, Travis, get ready. And sometimes he'll pitch out at the fish. We've got a couple that way, but nothing huge. But no, I don't really follow up. With like something finessey to try to trick them. Yeah, I don't know why. I just don't.
I was going to say, why? Do you feel like it's cheating, or you just don't think it works? Or because I have really good success with that. So I don't know if you've ever heard of the company, like the one hanging off my mic stand right now. It's like an old prototype from this company called Fish 30 Acre. Is a homie of ours who lives down there. But I don't know if you've ever seen his stuff. He does all these. It's like the opposite of y'all. So where y'all's have the really beautiful, cool, simple designs, his are like taxidermied fish that, you know, he makes like hyper realistic and whatever. But anywho, he has this one big bait called the money shad that I'll throw around a lot, like on the edges of weeds. And when I get one to show itself, I'll be so ready with the wacky rig or something to pitch back in there. And I'm almost using that big swim bait because it's a real, like, it's not choppy. It's like a real wide, you know, whatever. If you speed it up, it just blows out and turns sideways. But if you keep it going with just your reel handle, it has this real big arching swing. And so you'll see the fish. It's, you know, what's weird too. I don't know if you've had this when you have follows. Very rarely when I get a good follow on a big swim bait, does the fish follow the bait. It usually just comes straight in as the bait's gliding left to right in front of it. It doesn't go
for
left.
Sure.
Fish comes straight in back. You know what I'm talking about?
For sure.
Weird, but then I'll just pitch in like a little, you know, like a little Cinco or whatever, and that works really good for me. I don't know.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I know that a lot of guys do it, and I know that a lot of guys are pretty successful with it. I think that, like I said, I think that part of the reason I don't is because, like, I want to catch it on my bait, right? I want content, like I want content, or I want to test a bait or my bait. To me, it's just more rewarding, I guess, to catch fish on swim baits. Like I said, and there's nothing. I I have nothing, absolutely zero things against like throwing a, doing that, following it up with the wacky rig. Like some swim bait guys are kind of like, I don't know, like sometimes the swim bait community can be a little bit
Exclusive.
harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Definitely. And like, oh, I know this and I know that and whatever. So, and most of the swim bait community guys are really cool also. So, I mean, that's anything, but I just want to be clear that I have nothing against that. But yeah, I think it's more rewarding to catch it on my bait, to get that bite. Like you said, like when you're throwing a wide glide, right? Especially like 9 inches or bigger, like you're right that the fish just swims straight right at it. Yeah. And like, I think that there's like, I kind of like attribute that, like, depends on the body of water and where you're fishing. Like I fished all over really. I fished in Mexico. I fished in California, Florida, Texas, East Coast, West Coast, the Dakotas, Wisconsin, Illinois, Iowa, Missouri. Like I fished all over. And bass behave differently everywhere you go. So like, for example, like we were fishing down in Texas. We usually take a trip every year down to Texas, and like, dude, these fish would wolfpack or like hardcore, right? Like you throw a big glide and there would be 4, 5, 6 to 9 pounders, like just fucking swarming your bait, and they'll never eat. They'll never eat. Like, I mean, I'm sure they do sometimes, and obviously there's people that do catch them, and you've seen videos and whatever, but yeah, there's something about like wide, slow glides that like really intrigue them. And then, like, don't get me wrong, like, of course they will eat, but like my experience is, man, I've seen, dude, especially in Texas, man, like I've probably seen, I don't even know, 50 fish over 8 pounds follow my shit to the boat and not eat. It's frustrating. But yeah, that's why a lot of guys are using them for search tools, because there's that drawing power to them where they're like, huh, what is that? And then if they slip up, right? Like I've talked about this before, is like, what size bait is a bait that a fish is actually trying to eat as forage, right? Is it 7 inches? Is it 6 inches? Part of me, like I was like a firm believer of like, okay, like here, this is a 12-inch glide. Okay.
So sick.
It is a 12-inch glide. Okay. Yeah. This is our honcho. We actually haven't released this, but it's fucking massive, right? Dude, if I casted this at you, it'd fucking knock you out. You know, like it's so big. But like if you throw this down in Texas, like you will get follows. But like, if my thought was, if a fish actually bites it, it's not trying to eat it. It's not trying to inhale it. It's literally territorial, or it's coming up and fucking with it. Like, hey, get the fuck out of here. Or like, hey, what are you? Or, hey, it's just like a curiosity thing. Mm-hmm. Until I was down in Mexico, we went down to Backrack, and we were cruising, and there was a dead fish belly up. It was like a 9.5 pounder, and it was choking on, it died because it was choking on a fucking like 14-inch tilapia.
Jeez.
So then I was like, fuck. Yeah. I was like, shit, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, it just completely fucked me up, because I was like, I thought like 7 inches. I thought 7-inch, like yeah. This is the right size.
Yeah, absolutely.
But shit, I saw one literally dead because it had the the tail coming out of its throat, and it died because it choked on like a fork. We pulled the tilapia out of it. We grabbed it and pulled it out, and then we weighed the fish. It was dead, but we weighed it because we're like, how big is this fucking thing? Yeah, it was crazy. So,
jeez, that's nuts.
Yeah, that's really dope, dude. So let's jump off there then. I mean, you're already kind of showing some of them. What else you got on that table you wanna show us?
Yeah. So I'll kind of, dude, I got some dope shit. So I'll kind of bring you through kind of like the journey a little bit.
That's dope.
I don't have all, like, these are just the baits at my house, but so this was like the first resin wake walker. right here. So it's got the round eyes, just a three piece articulated wake bait, right? Wake and crank. It cranks a little bit, like a foot to 2 feet, but yeah, it's mainly a wake bait. This is our flagship bait. This is like what we were known for like ever, was the wake walker.
Awesome.
We still make it. Obviously, it's gone through way more iterations than this. I don't actually have one down here. I forgot to grab the more recent one, but this is an old one. This was like batch 1,
Cool.
like a little baby bass.
Yeah.
So that was that, and then, and these aren't in specific order. I'm just going to show you some shit. So then the cheat code. So the cheat code is obviously a smaller version. Dude, this is like, the cheat code is like it's like a bite-sized version of the Wake Walker. And this, for guys who throw like, you know, conventional stuff like this, you can fish this like a chatterbait / like a crankbait, really. It's about 4.5 inches, so it's not very big. And dude, like how I fish it, like spring and fall, I just rip it, I just burn it, and fucking fish become unglued, and they smoke it. So this is like a really good, like, I feel like a really good like entry point into swim baits, is something a little bit more digestible.
Yeah.
And then also stop me. I ramble, so stop me if you have any questions.
Nice. Yeah, you're killing it.
So actually, before the cheat code, we came out with the Woody. So this is a wood version of that, of the cheat code. Yeah, this thing's pretty dope. Dude, there's not very many of these out there. We stopped making these because they fucking sucked to make. They were so dude. They sucked so bad, dude. Oh, we like, so for these joints right here, right here, we would take we'd go to the drill press, and we just let the bit just free spin, and we'd sit there and we'd take it and we'd jam it up, and then we'd go forward and backwards for each slot that the connecting joints go.
Oh, cheapers creepers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucked. It sucked, but it's a dope little bait. Yeah. All right, and then
what color was that? That was a rad color too.
Cool.
It's just like, it's like wood grain underneath, and then just like crappie spots with a white top.
Yeah.
Is the white top on top just for spotting it, or?
I don't know.
Because that's like a pretty normal swim bait world. Like some swim baits, now you can buy them, and they'll have like a kit where you can put that white decal on the top so you can see it better in the water.
Yeah. Not for the cheat code. You're talking about like tracers. Yeah, for glide baits, it's really, glide baits like throwing like, or bright tops or tracers, like very popular because you can see it. Like with this bait, like you wake it, so you can see it. You know what I mean?
Right on.
But that's a cool thing about like, dude, I love throwing a wake bait. Like I love top water. Like getting blown up on fucking top is like, oh, dude, it's the best. But to be honest, like wake bait fishing or top water fishing is not my favorite type of fishing. My favorite type of fishing is glide baits. So this is kind of cool. So this is so we were known for the Wake Walker. Now we're known for the Metro Glide.
That's the
Metro Glide. Yeah, this is the juice. So the Metro Glide, this is the very first resin Metro Glide ever made. It says "Suck It, Doug" on there. So the story there is, we made this. We poured it. We poured the first one. And Doug's like, oh, I'm going to go. He's like, let me take it. I'm going to go catch a big one on it. Like, I'll show you guys. And we're like, okay, whatever. He takes it. He gets skunked. He comes back. He didn't catch a fish on it. And so then one of our other shop guys, his name's Scott, actually our painter. Scott's like, yeah, I'm going to go fishing. And Kyle and I were like, dude, you got to catch a fish on this bait. Like, you have to. It's our new bait. Like, you got to. So we wrote "Suck It, Doug" on it in the hopes that Scott caught a fish and took a picture with it and this was fucking smashed in its face, and it said "suck it, dog."
Yeah.
So he did catch a fish. I asked him about this the other day, actually. He did catch a fish. He never took a picture of it. I was like, damn it, Scott.
Come on, Scott.
But, I know. But yeah, that's the first Metro. Then these are some just like dope custom painted Metros.
Ooh, that is disgusting. The red eye.
Yeah. So that's painted by Sensei Swimbaits. He did yeah, dude. He did a smallmouth pattern for us. Yeah, dude. With a matte finish. Oh, dude.
Yeah, that's really dope. Daggum. Do you actually throw that one?
No. So there's a couple that I don't. Like there was only 20 of these that ever painted. And I snagged one and I'm like, I'm not fishing it. Dude, I have so many that I just like beat the shit out of, and I don't care. Normally I don't care about paint, but when somebody else paints them, they're a little bit more coveted, in my opinion.
For sure. That gill plate too, like the stripes, like on a good smallmouth when he comes out of the live well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he killed it, dude.
Yeah.
Another one of our like painters is Colorado Customs. Krista's her name. She kills it too, but this is her rainbow trout.
Yeah, that's honestly the first time into swim baits. Gosh, dog it, I was gonna grab one. Are you familiar at all, Billy, with the Fred Arbogast AC plug?
No, I'm not.
Dude, so that was a bait that it was in a rainbow trout color that I got. It got banned from bass tournaments out west. It started off as like a musky bait, then it became a bass bait. And like and my uncle had one. I don't know how he had one. He was a pretty traditional like Rapala, crankbait guy, whatever. And
yeah.
It's a big bait. Like it's all of at least 10 inches, maybe 12. And it's a wake bait jointed with like a paddle tail, boot tail swim bait like in the back of it. And the first one I ever caught a bass on it was like a 3-pounder, but it absolutely exploded on it. Like its life depended on it on the surface on a rainbow trout color. So I've always loved, long question, but I've always loved rainbow trout patterns because of that. You know what I'm saying? As a kid. So that one you just held up, Colorado Customs. That is
real. Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, really good.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, look, dude, that's funny you say that. I'm a sucker for trout. And it's funny because obviously we don't have a ton of trout up here. Like the Cali guys like love our trout baits, right? But there are a couple lakes here, and like I guess to talk more about like fishing generally or like big bait or big fish chasing, it's like, dude, like trout is the best forage for bass. Like, I mean, there's some other good ones up there, but I mean, so a lot of times, like I try to find lakes that have trout as forage in them. And I have seen a correlation with bigger bass, right? So there's a few lakes. Actually, my PB largemouth came out of a trout lake. Smallmouth came out of Mille Lacs, so no trout there. But yeah, I really love trout, dude. I throw trout baits even, and like that's the thing with swim baits is like, dude, like I'm not a believer in color as much as I am like a jig or a crankbait or a jerkbait, right? Like I think that like fish more eat and interact with the size and the way that the bait moves more than color. For example, this looks so stupid, and I caught so many fish on it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm not like a super sucker for colors with swim baits.
Sorry.
So
me texting you. That was terribly unprofessional. But I was showing you a picture of that AC plug so you could see what I'm talking about, because it's really strange. But that's what kicked off my obsession.
Oh damn.
Yeah, that's what kicked off my obsession with rainbow trout color.
Dude, that's kind of wicked. That is definitely musky bait looking.
Yeah. They're a bass killer. It's like
that's dope.
Glide combo thing. They catch fish.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I like that. All right. Am I boring you guys too much or?
Shut up. No, dude, this is dope.
Okay, cool. So this is the Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a 2-piece wake bait. Wake super high, right? It's wood. It's a wood bait, so it's like hella buoyant. And it's epoxy. It's not clear coated. So because it's epoxy, these are also kind of a bitch to make, but they're fucking dope. So we keep making them. But like you just get this.
Yikes. Yeah.
This super super clacky, dude. You can hear it from a fucking mile away. Just
that was sick.
So yeah, this is like my night fishing bait right here for sure. Throw this at night. Caught a lot of big fish on this. This one specifically, like mine's this thing's so beat up, but we don't do too many bad bunny drops. But yeah, every once in a while we'll drop like 50 to 100 of them. Yeah, the hooks are bent on this and shit. But yeah, I caught a 6-pounder on this down in Florida like last week or when we were down there at ICAST. But yeah, this bait. Yeah, this bait's.
Yeah, that's
What's
awesome.
I said that's so dope. Yeah, the sound of it. Can I ask you one question before you go into the next one, Billy?
Yeah.
How many iterations, how many versions of something do you however you guys design them, do you go through before you go, okay, yeah, this is the one?
A lot, dude.
Yeah.
A lot. Dude, so many. Like, yeah, so I do all our CAD work. So I do all our 3D design. That was by necessity. We were paying a company. They were doing a great job, but they took a long time and they were really expensive. This was years ago, and so I told Doug and Kyle, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna learn CAD. Like we need it. So yeah, I learned CAD. Just taught myself in a couple months from YouTube University, essentially. And that's been monumental for us. I mean. Yeah, it's been huge. But so like, for example, the Metro. So actually before the Metro, we built the Retro glide, our 9-inch glide, and it was a wide glide. So we still make it, but it glides out probably 3 feet both ways. Super slow, like you were saying, super methodical. And it was a sweet bait. It took us a year and a half to dial from first like iteration. That bait kicked our ass. It kicked our ass. Then we sized that down because we were like, we want a 7-inch choppy glide, and the Metro glide took us like a week, and it was perfect.
That's awesome,
dude. Yeah. So sometimes you hit a home run. Like sometimes you nail it, and sometimes you don't. Like. Right now, we're building I should have brought one. I didn't, but we're building a soft bait, big wedge tail soft bait, 7-inch soft bait. Dude, I built this. We built this fucking dope. Do you guys know like a tyrant?
Yeah.
Or a citizen?
Yep.
So like really like any soft bait. Like you use a screw lock with a beast hook, right in the face.
Mm-hmm.
And I love soft baits. Like I love dragging a big soft bait around, and it like when you get bit, it's like a jig bite, right? You just send that thing to the fucking moon, right? Super fun. It's electric. I love it. Yeah, you swing so hard, dude. Dude. The one step back and just fucking but like a lot of times that face blows out. Like that screw lock will pull out of that plastisol and blow the face out. And then you can use Mendit, whatever. And dude, like we wanted to design something that the face wouldn't blow out and that you could run as a line through and a beast hook. And so I built this internal harness for if you want to call it that, harness that allows you to do that. And it's fucking bulletproof, dude. Like it is so sick. It's so sick. But there's some things that we can't fucking figure out, and it's pissing us off beyond belief. So for example, we've been working on that bait for 2 years now, and we're close, but
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, heck yeah.
The question I always have stuff like that is like, so here's one of my favorite. This is a small one. I have some big ones. I don't know if you know this one, the Calcos, the twerk minnow. This is such I don't even want to like show people this right now. The twerk minnow is such a good I have it in, I think, what is this one? This is about a 5.5, but they make it in like an 8.5. The 8.5 on a 10-aught beast hook. Oh my! First off, finding a 10-aught is so hard unless you go online. No, you go to your local tackle shop. That's not if they have a 10-aught wide gap. They're like, what are you talking? It's a different language. But you can't really throw it on anything else. And even on a 10-aught, like on a 10-inch, it comes like here. Like it doesn't go way back on the, you know what I mean? Because it's just such a bait. But anyway, the twerk minnow is a super slept on bait that you can just you can't crank it in super fast, but you just let it kind of come by the weeds slow. You can pull it through anything. You can skip it 1.5 miles. Like they're filthy, man. People sleep on big soft swim baits. But anywho, how do you know when you're developing something, Billy? This is it, like we're done, or we keep going? Like, so for the Metro, you said it took a week. Was there thoughts like, how could it be done in a week? We should keep pushing it. Or was it just like, it's just swimming how we want it? Like, how do you know?
I think that there's an element of passing the eye test. Like, that's exactly how I want it to swim. There's also what we do is when we feel like we're confident with it, we have a bunch of testers. So we get feedback from guys all over the country. So we'll send out, 20 of them to 20 different guys and say, fucking pound this thing, fish it as hard as you can for a week and give us your feedback. And they'll give us feedback. And if most of it is positive, or if they're like, hey, tweak this or tweak this. If we've done it before, we've sent out testers and they're like, yeah, like, here's the deal. As a bait maker, like I do fish quite a bit, but we also make baits. Like we have employees, right? Like I have a company, I have a family. Like people think that, oh, you just fish. And yeah, I do fish, but like, I don't think I fish more than the average person. So with that being said, is like leveraging those guys that we really trust to come back and say, yeah, it's good, or no, it's not. Yeah. So I think that that's a lot of the prototyping too. There's been times where we've sent out, like the softie, perfect example, dude. We've probably sent out, I don't even know, 15 different iterations of that fucking bait. and it keeps coming back with like, hey, this pulled out, the tail ripped off. Like we had bad issues with that tail. It was too thin. So we increased it, right? Like we made it stronger. We made it more durable. So yeah, I mean, the Metro was like, we looked at it, we fished it, me, Kyle, and Doug caught some fish on it. It was awesome. And then sent it out, and all the guys came back and were like, yeah, this bait's dope. And we're like, cool, run it. Like, so it just, yeah.
So, all right, what else you got? Keep going. I'm loving show and tell right now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you got the suck it, Doug. You got the bunny. Okay. So this is a chickadee. So this is yeah.
So cool.
I love walking baits like that.
Yeah. So this is a crawler, right? It's this one, the original one was wood. So this is the original one. It's wood with aluminum wings. And yeah, it's pretty fucking sweet bait. We now make it in resin, and we actually changed okay, so here's the deal. I'll be completely honest with you. Dope bait. This is probably Kyle's favorite bait, right? Stick bait. You catch 1.5 pounder, and like, well, not necessarily, but like these wings are just like, because they're aluminum, they bend, right? And that's with all crawlers. But I'm like hella ADHD when I fish. And so if I catch a fish and a wing bends and it doesn't swim right, I'm not sitting there on the water and I'm not tuning it. I'm not bending it and tweaking it to get it to swim right. I'm just not. I just am way too fucking ADHD. Kyle will. Kyle loves it. A lot of people who buy crawlers love doing that. It's part of the experience. I don't like it. So we made another version with ABS wings, resin, and there's a hole that goes all the way through. And then there's one center pin that comes down the middle. And dude, they'll fucking never. I mean, the wings will break, but they will never bend. And if you want to swap it out, it's literally one screw out, new wings in, screw back in. But yeah, If you look, that's what we sell now, the V2 chickadee. But yeah, this is the original wood chickadee. And dude, Kyle's caught so many big fish on this. It's unbelievable.
Really?
Dude, yeah. So I have a funny story. The lakes that we fish that I was telling you about earlier that are like crystal clear, 50-foot viz, 400 feet deep, trees everywhere. It's like a sunken city. This is in Minnesota. We usually fish these trees, right? And these trees, the tops of the trees come up to 40 feet below the surface, right? And there's always, not always, but there's smallmouth stacked in there. And so, we're throwing swim bait or like soft baits, like the bait you just showed, like soft baits like that, dragging them through the trees, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kyle's like, he's like, fuck it, I'm throwing the chickadee. And me and Doug look at him and we're like, you're going to throw a top water crawler in 400 feet of water. He like, dude, what are you, dude? He's like, I'm doing it. He's reeling. He fucking catches a 5-pound smallmouth on that bait in 400 feet of water.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's like,
that's incredible. Yeah.
Dude, I might throw it too.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'll tie one on. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of dude. Actually, we haven't posted about this. We can't really, but there was a 10-pound, 9-ounce largie caught on this bait like 2 days ago. Yeah. Undisclosed location. I can't say it, but yep.
That's amazing. Also, how good does that feel to see people catching big fish on your baits?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's dope.
Come on, dude. Incredible.
Yeah, somebody we also, I don't know if we posted about this yet, so I don't want to divulge too much. We might have, but yeah, we got a message the other day. It was like, what's the biggest fish that was caught on your bait? And we're like, I think the biggest largemouth was like just shy of 12. And so we said that, and he's like, no, I'm talking fish, biggest fish. And we're like, I was like, shit. We were like, shit, I don't know. And then he sends us a picture. He sends us a picture of like a 300-pound arapaima that he caught on a Metroglide in the Amazon.
What?
Oh my god!
Well, that's like a dream fish too. Those things are so rare.
Dude, he sent a picture of it, and like the Metro was like probably 2 feet down its mouth.
Oh my god,
dude!
Wow,
it was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. So.
Your baits to catch 300-pound freak fish in a different continent. That's pretty.
Yeah, awesome is an understatement.
Yeah, for sure, dude. It was really dope. I think that's one thing that's been really cool about this journey and our company is like, right, we design our baits for bass, right? We're bass fishermen, right? The amount of people that like buy our baits for other species has been that we haven't done any marketing around it or any like anything. It was just people have found us. And so for example, like Tana, so we just got back from Lake of the Woods. We were up there. We brought the whole team up there and we did some muskie fishing. It was electric. It was so fun. But Tana Black is his name. He's one of the guys that we send baits to, just like a homie that we met over online and became really close with. But he's in Australia. Dude, he's catching like 50-inch barramundi and Murray cod on our baits.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, we're like, that's so dope. And then the guys down in Florida just hammering like 40-inch snook on our baits. And then like you got the muskie guys, right? Like we have baits in Thorn Bros, and like the muskie guys, like there's this one guy who opening weekend caught 5 over 50 on the Metroglide. Yeah, so it was like all these people like fishing our baits for other species that we wasn't even thought that's been pretty freaking awesome to see.
That's awesome, man. Good for you, brother. What else you got? What else you got on?
That's okay. So I'll get into. I should have brought one bait. I have one, but it's all the way tucked back in my boat. It's fine. So this I showed you earlier. This is the Honcho Glide. This is it's a beast. It's a really wide glide, 12-inch glide. This is also painted by Krista. Shout out Krista, Colorado Customs. but we haven't released this yet. But it's just something cool, dude. People ask about it all the time. When's the honcho coming out? When's the honcho coming out? Like,
And why have you? Are you just messing with people, or why haven't you put it
dude,
out?
dude, we do that shit so much, man. Like, not really by not really by design,
Yeah.
but like we make something, and we're like, so me and Kyle and Doug are so fucking pumped about it. We're like,
Awesome.
dude, we have to show people this. And then we're like, look at this. And then people are like, oh my God, I want it now. I want it now. I want it now. And we're like, oh shit, we didn't really think about that part of it. Like, we got to get it into production, and we got to like figure out the formulas, and we got to do all this stuff. But no, we probably will release this at some point. But yeah, it's a freaking beast, dude. Yeah.
How many of those that you have in your hand? How many of those exist?
Probably 10.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Maybe less, 5 or 10. Yeah. Yep.
That's a beaut.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's so
sick. So now we're getting into like I'll kind of break this down. Like we make handmade swim baits, resin swim baits. We have about 14 guys in a shop in Maple Grove. Dude, my team's awesome. I love every single one of them. They're like family. Wouldn't be here without any of those guys, but that's what we're known for. But our motto is big baits for the people. And we realize that, dude, handmade swim baits, garage built swim baits are expensive, dude. Like they are no joke. Like, dude, $140 is a lot of money for a bait. 100%. And like some swim bait guys, or, you know, whatever they say, like it's not that much. Or like, dude, I think it's a lot. And I own a swim bait company. I think it's a lot. Now, is the price justified? For sure. Like the amount that it takes to make a bait like this, like how much time, energy, resources, effort, materials, failures, like, dude, it's a lot. So is it worth it? Yes. Is it expensive? Yes. So our whole motto is big baits for the people. Like we want everybody to start throwing big baits. And we understand that $100 plus price point is a huge barrier. So we were like, dude, we need to come out with an ABS version of some of our baits. Now this has been done before, right? Like Buka, Mike Buka, and Kevin from KGB, like they have an ABS line, the Chad, right? So it's been done before. We're not like, I'm not saying we're revolutionary, we're not, but we were like, we need to do this because we get comments all the time. Hey, love the baits, too expensive. I mean, it's constant.
Yeah.
So we came out with our first ABS bait. This is the Wake Walker LT. So this is the ABS version of our flagship Wake Walker, $49.99. So a much more doable price point for most people. This bait is fucking wicked. It's a lot of people think ABS versus handmade resin, like that ABS may be cheaper or not as good. So we did our ABS ourselves. So I designed this in CAD. I built every single component, every single thing. And we work with a guy that we know in Germany who sources ABS from Japan. And then we have a team of engineers, right? So we developed all of this ourselves, which is unique. That's not done too often. So this is the Wake Walker LT. I have some, but like I said, they're in my boat. The next LT bait is going to be the Metro Glide. That's coming out in September. They'll be here. So we're super pumped about that. But again, $50 price point for a 7-inch glide bait that is fucking badass. Again, it's like just as good as our resin one. So yeah, that's something that we've been working on a lot. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money, but yeah, we're very, very pumped about that.
Heck yeah, dude, that's awesome. And yes, that is a real thing, man. Like I have one Roman made swim bait. I have a Roman made negotiator, not a mother. I ain't got mother money. And the negotiator that I bought used on Electronic Bay because I wanted one so bad, but I wasn't dropping, you know, whatever, 350 for it. So I got it used for like, I think it was like $100 or something like that. But you know, you're in Minnesota, Nate's in Iowa, I'm in Wisconsin. We know about those little bastard pike that we're afraid of throwing expensive baits all the time because they're so aggressive and so stupid. They'll swim by and just snip your line like they mean to. So yeah, I think you're spot on. And I think it's really good that you are in touch with the human beings who are going to buy your stuff, to not say, oh, come on, man, don't complain about it. It's worth it. Go get you a, you know, whatever, $300 swim bait. Like, that's hard to cough up that money, dude. So yeah, good on you for coming up with some versions of your baits. Not like here's an economy, whatever, but here's just like a different material of the same bait. That's dope.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. Like dude, like, yeah, I don't know. Swim baits are expensive and they're not for everybody, but big baits are so fun. Like, they're so fun to throw, dude. Like, throwing this, I went out west a little bit, not like in Minnesota, just out west of the cities, like 3 hours. Dude, I probably put together a 22 pound bag on just this bait. Wow. Just this bait. Nice. I did not take it off. It was only this. And dude, they were fucking smoking it. It was so awesome. Like, because it's hollow, it floats. It's more buoyant. It's air. Like, resin, you can only pack so many microspheres or glass bubbles into this to control its buoyancy. This is air. So like, this thing wakes harder than our resin one. This one cranks better than this one, but if you like for a wake bait, dude,
that's awesome.
Yeah, man. It's wicked.
Yeah, that's really smart. Billy, I want to ask you specific. You got any more questions about the bait lineup, Nate, before I switch gears a little?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, of either what you have on the table or just in the lineup in general. Like, you talked earlier about hitting those lakes down south, some of the stuff that you hadn't been to before, just heard about big baits or big fish in them. What's your go-to, like, starting bait? And then, like, when you realize, like, this is getting super tough, what are you switching to, you know, try to finesse a bite in?
Depends on the time of year. If it's spring.
Yeah, we'll say like early spring, like this year for you.
Early, well, I mean, early spring, I got fucking my ass kicked. Yeah. So, wait, what'd you say, Jordan?
I said, don't bring up spring in southern Minnesota to Billy. He's gonna get all mad.
Yeah. You gotta take my shoelaces from me. Catch me wearing Velcro. No, so usually, like, if it's a brand new lake, dude, I'm throwing the Metro Glide. I'm throwing this our 7-inch Glide every day of the week, dude. Like, I've caught more fish on this bait than any of our other baits probably combined. It's such a fucking fishy little bait, dude. Little, it's 7 inches. It's, I guess, little to me. If I'm going down south, I'm throwing the 9-inch version of this, which I have in my boat. I didn't bring one, but I'm throwing the 9-inch version of this. A little bit bigger presentation. And the funny thing is like, that 9-inch version, yeah, it's a little big, but dude, 4-pounders will choke that thing. Like, so I don't think it's that big. Once you get past 9 inches, I feel like that's pretty fucking massive. But yeah, I'm throwing a Metro Glide. If I don't know the lake and I don't know the water, and I'm like kind of a power fisherman a little bit. Like, I like to work water fast. I'm not really sit on a fucking fish on scope and stare at it for 35 minutes and try to convince it to eat. Now, a lot of people fucking whack fish doing that. Just not my style. So I can work a Metro Glide really fast. And in the spring, I work it really fast. Like, I'm talking burn it. Like, I'm talking as real, like a XG, and reeling as fast as you fucking can. And they fucking smoke it. Crazy. Like, wow. So yeah, I'm throwing the Metro Glide most of the time. I guess in the spring, I'll throw a cheat code too. Burn a cheat code, kind of like a chatterbait, like by weed lines, or if there are weeds or whatever. So yeah, I'll throw this little bugger, this little bastard down there. But yeah, usually the cheat code or the Metro. In the summer, in the middle of summer, man, like, it's kind of sucks, but like, I'm not really throwing, like, when I said there's exceptions to the swim baits I throw, I'm not really throwing our baits like hot, dead dog days of summer. I'm not really throwing like top water stuff, or top water or top of the water column. Like, I'm dragging, like, you know, a Huddleston. Like, I'm dragging a Huddleston or a HUD. I'm cranking down a tiny Clash or a Clash 9. I'm targeting deeper water, deeper fish. And it's main lake point stuff. It's structure off main lake points and shit. Like, Yeah. And then once like probably right around this time, once like we get a couple nice like cold fronts where that dude, how has fishing been for you guys? Like I'm actually curious.
It's been tough in Wisconsin. I'll say that to say the least. It's been tough. It's sort of like what Carl Jochimson was just doing on the Elite Series, where he was winning on Champlain by punching for long stretches of time and not getting very many bites, but the bites were good. Right now in Wisconsin, if you're fishing weeds or mats, whatever, you got to punch and punch and punch and punch and punch and punch and punch, and you'll punch a 3/4 ounce or an ounce Texas rig for 500 yards and get, one bite, and it'll be a good one. But I mean, God in heaven, it is so boring and so slow.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like I was out. The reason I ask is because like I was out in a lake that I fished decent amount, and dude, like water temps were fucking 80s, like mid 80s, like pushing 90, like actually, yeah, like high 80s. I was like, dude, like there was like talks over here of like lakes like summer killing, like, and I've never seen a lake do that.
Right.
So like, yeah, I've heard it's been tough. Like I've done all right. I've done okay, but yeah, like I'm also fishing lakes that are like very rural and have very little pressure. So I don't know. It's not like a good. Yeah, I was just curious, but
yeah, the water temps have been super high, and that's another thing too. Like, so my middle boy, Vinny, he really wants to get into muskie fishing, and I think it's because of Throwback Baits, not Throwback Baits specifically, but he loves the idea of chucking big baits. It just like bugs him out. He loves it. And he's not great with a bait caster, so he's good with a big bait because you can crank that tension spool down. He can still chuck it, so I think he has fun with that. Anyway, and I keep on trying to explain to him, like, dude, we can't target muskies when the water temperatures are 84, 87. They're going to die. Like unequivocally, you're going to get that fish to the boat. You're going to take your time with it. You're going to let it go. It's going to swim off, and it's going to be dead by tomorrow. Like, I don't know if you know that whole thing about muskies, Billy. I think acid buildup and the delayed mortalities through the roof. And that hot water temp, man, it's like, yeah, it's hard to catch them. It's hard to find them. So yeah, it's been slow. You've been getting the same crap, Nate, in Iowa, high water temps, slow fishing.
Yeah. It's been hot. Fishing's been slow. They've been few and far between. We haven't been able to really get on big schools or anything like that where, you can catch 4, 5, 6 at a time. It's like a fish here on this point, or maybe 2, but nothing more. And we're, running miles of the river for sure, trying to catch a few.
Yes. Yeah, dude. For sure.
Nate, do you ever fish? Nate, do you ever fish Okoboji?
I have not been to Okoboji. No, it's probably 6-ish hours from me, maybe 6.5. I have not been over there, but I would absolutely love to. The fishing over there seems to be pretty dang good. I know this time of year it gets pretty wild with the pleasure boat traffic because it's such a big vacation area, and there's just they do all kinds of events on the lake and stuff. But the fishing's supposed to be awesome. I could go for a 6 or 7 pound largemouth and a 5-6 pound large smallie too, no problem.
Yeah. I was just curious. I haven't fished Boji. Actually, I have. I fished it one time years ago. Very not whatever, but yeah, I've heard there's like a lot of people from Minnesota will go down to Boji. Ice is out earlier there than up here, so a lot of people go down there, make a trip. But yeah, I was just curious.
Yeah, I made the Bassmaster Top 100 again this year. Okoboji did. I was like
cool.
6th or something, I think, for Midwest. Number 1 was what were we just talking about? What lake did you catch a smallmouth on?
Mille Lacs.
Yeah, Mille Lacs is number 1, of course. I mean,
do you guys fish Mille Lacs?
Yeah, so that's a super quick, funny story. I've been on Mille Lacs a bunch. I caught muskies on it, caught some smallmouth on it. Not for a while. I used to fish it more, but my stepdad at random one time, we're having like hamburgers or something, and I up Mille Lacs. And he was like, yeah, we've had that cabin up there for however long. And I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, what'd you say? He's like, yeah, my up there when I was like 15. I was like, what the hell, Scott? Are you being serious right now? Like, you have a freaking cabin like near Mille Lacs? No, right on the shore of whatever bay, and it's been there for. I'm like, what was wrong with you? How could you not tell me about that? But yeah, Mille Lacs is something special for sure.
Dude, that is such a bummer, man. Like, what?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, dude, Mille Lacs is all that, dude. Like, oh, man, I mean, it can fucking chew you up and spit you out, but my God, it puts a big fish. There are fucking giants in there. Like,
Year in,
yeah,
year
I think,
all the time.
Yeah.
dude, they the minute, yeah, and like, I don't know. I've lived in Wisconsin and I fished. When I started fishing, it was all Wisconsin.
Mhm.
I've lived in Minnesota and I fished the latter half of my life in Minnesota. Man, I don't know what it is, but like I look at tournaments out in Wisconsin and it's like, dude, I saw tournaments that's like a 12-pound bag is winning it. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, dude, like right north of me, there's a lake 10 minutes north of me. Two of them actually, green and clear. And both of those lakes took like tournament a couple weeks ago, both took 25 pounds to win.
Good
I'm
Lord.
like, dude, yeah. And I don't know if like what, like, and I don't know how DNR plays into this or forage or management or I don't know what it is, but like, and now don't get me wrong, like there's some I've had some fucking killer days in Wisconsin for sure. But like, I just feel like consistently there's like bigger tournament bags in Minnesota than Wisconsin, or maybe at least Western Wisconsin. I'm not super familiar with Eastern Wisconsin, like Green Bay area. I know there's some giants over there and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting to me. Like, I don't know. I was wondering how you guys feel about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's unequivocal. The proof's in the pudding. Like a lot of the lakes in Minnesota, like Mille Lacs and whatever, pump out big bags. But then you look at Sturgeon Bay. I was reading a DNR study about that. Like I think it was last year. Sturgeon Bay, the average 5-fish tournament bag was some disgusting number, like 19 and a third pounds, or like over the last like 4 years, like just absurd. All brown fish, of course, in Sturgeon Bay, Green Bay area, what like, and that lake gets beat. Obviously that's big waters, Lake Michigan and whatever, and that gets beat to a froth, and yet they still put out 20-pound bags as a freaking average over there. And then everything in between that, absolutely. Me and Native won tournaments on 12-pound bags. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and sometimes those are the better tournaments, not better, but like you kind of prove that you can fish when it's a grinder and it's not easy and whatever. But it is interesting, and I don't know what the why is. You're right. You're absolutely right that like lakes with trout blow fish up the way that their body metabolizes that trout meat. I don't know if it's the BCAAs, the branch chain amino acids in trout, whatever. But lakes with big trout. I mean, even like look at like the story of Dottie, out west.
Yeah.
What's that lake? 70 acres, teeny little lake.
Yeah. Dixon.
Yeah, Lake Dixon. Yeah, I didn't know if you knew it. Yep. Mm-hmm. 75 acres or whatever the F it was, and puts out a 25-pound largemouth, like a number that people didn't even think was possible. You know what I mean? Like it's just weird. So yeah, I do. Forage has so much to do with it. Do you know the feller? Oh shoot, what is that stuff? Tecomate. Do you know what Tecomate is? It was like an old. It's one of the originators. This dude who originated like deer mineral for blowing up deer antlers, and then not just like for game, but also like it would strengthen them, almost like like airborne, getting in your system. Just making you healthier. Anyway, the guy who invented Tecomate, he has a thing in Texas called La Perla Ranch. It's a fishery. It's a huge fishery. It's like a, I guess you call it small lake, really, really, really big pond, whatever you want to. And this dude is like a legitimate like scientist, biologist with what feeds fish growth. And apparently the number one thing that feeds fish growth is long-armed prawns. So it looks like a crayfish that somebody and they're just really awkward looking. That's the number one. And then number 2 through like 6 is like different species of trout. So the trout meat just blows fish up. It makes them pack on weight, keep the weight, makes them stronger, better natural defense against sickness and whatever. So sorry to go totally nerd on you, but that kind of stuff is my trigger. I find it so interesting.
Yeah, that's actually super dope. And that's something that like we talk about. Me and like my close circle talk about a lot is like that nerdy shit, that forage stuff, like fish behavior. Like Do you know, are the prawns like, are those the freshwater shrimp? Or no?
No, I think it's a different species altogether. It looks
Okay.
like a stretched out. Here, let me see if I can find one real quick. There's photos when I was reading the study. There's photos of these things, and they look like a joke. Like they look like you're like this is real. I'm gonna put one up on the screen. Give me 2 seconds. I'm not as smooth on this as like some cats on. It looks. I for one, he just looks sad. It looks like he's like, oh, looks like somebody's picking on him. Hold on, this takes a second because I have to like change the extension of what this file is because it comes up as a web, whatever the heck it is.
Oh yeah.
I have to change it to a JPEG or it won't let me put it on the screen. But yeah, it's a goofy looking thing, but apparently there's something about the way that these things are built that blow fish up more than anything else. And then you would think maybe after that, like, oh, crayfish, because they're similar, but it's not. From there, it's all trout stuff and the way that fish metabolize it and the way that it like works into their system. So here, look at this.
Are these prawns like in and are naturally occurring in any lakes around the country?
Yeah.
Freshwater?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, look at how goofy that thing looks. Like that looks like hilarious. Like I don't even know how he would like back away and hide anywhere. He looks like a crayfish with giant long arms. No big.
I don't see anything.
Do you not see it on the screen right now?
No, Nate, do you?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah. So on the screen,
I'll look it up on my other computer. Hold on.
Yeah, no, they're just goofy looking. They look like an actual like cartoon character.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, dude, that thing's like an alien, bro.
Just silly looking, but about the way that they go into a fish that they just blow them up. It's wild.
Crazy.
Billy,
dude.
Play one quick game with you because I want to get to know you a little bit better, and then I want to ask you about the future of Throwback, and then we'll kick you out of here because we're like an hour and a half. I don't want to keep you up too late. We're going to play a game real quick if you're cool with it called One of Your Favorites. Well, we just throw random crap at you, and you just have to give us a quick, don't think about it too hard, one of your favorites of these things, all right?
Cool.
Uh-oh. Got it.
One of your favorites.
All right, Billy Gilly, one of your favorite movies, go.
Fuck, holy shit, you're putting me on the spot. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Ooh, okay, that's a good one.
It's deep.
That is
Title,
deep.
yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah, heavy as a shit. Yep.
All right, one of your favorite taco proteins. This is tackling the tacos, of course. So what's the taco meat of choice?
Dude, it's weird. Ground beef all day.
Wow.
All day.
White guy
taco. Fuck yeah. Gringo tacos.
Okay, what's some of your favorite music? What's something you just played?
I'm like very all over the place, but I'm a big EDM guy. I love EDM. Yeah. I love fucking 90s like punk rock too. Very like Blink-182, fucking all that shit. Love that stuff.
Just listening to Boxcar Racer today. You remember Boxcar Racer?
Fuck yeah, I do.
Wish I was brave. Whatever. Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
For sure.
All right, your favorite swim bait rod?
Good one.
A Leviathan Omega all day.
Why?
Dude, they're just built so well, man. They just are built well. They handle fish well. They're super parabolic for treble baits and big baits. Like fish can't spit them. Spit the baits, right? The backbone is just it bends all the way. Yeah, it just keeps them. For sure. And then their soft bait rod is so good too. So yeah, dude, Leviathan. That's all. The only rods I run is Leviathans.
That's sick. Okay. So piggybacking that, favorite reel.
Conquest, Calcutta Conquest all day. I have like 7 of them.
That's like the go-to. It looks freaking dope too. They're just such a sexy reel. But I knew it. Like Calcutta, not just Calcutta, but Calcutta Conquest. Got to have that JDM-ness in there. But okay, yeah, that's dope.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Favorite fishing footwear? What are you wearing? You a flip flop guy? Hey,
dude, I get so much fucking shit for this. I wear socks and Birks all the time.
You're,
That's it.
Socks and
that's like hip
sandals,
right now. The look, man. My boys wear that to school.
Bro, what's crazy is like I started wearing like in high school, I played tennis and I started doing that because like I'd put my tennis shoes on and then I was like, I need something that I can just slip on. So I bought Birks. So I've been and I used to wear like ankle high socks in tennis and I literally haven't stopped. It's just ankle high white Nikes and white Nike socks and Birkenstocks since I was like 15.
Maybe you're the
I'm
original
33.
style, dude. Because that's like a thing right now. You know, that's like mad.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And I look like a boomer, like a fucking unk, like trying to fit in. And I'm like, dude, I promise I've been wearing this for like literally 18 years. I've been wearing these.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know.
These shoes are dope, no cap, right? And they're like, get out of here, old man.
But I'm like 6'7", you know?
Oh my dude, I'm telling you, I about threw my son off the boat because every fish we caught, he's like, what is that? Like 6'7", 6? I'm like, dude, stop effing saying that to me, dude. No more 6'7" back of the boat.
Yeah, brutal.
What's one of your favorite what's one of your favorite things to do that has nothing to do with fishing?
Travel, dude. Travel for sure. Yeah, I've been like all over the world and I love it. Dude, I'm also like you asked me my favorite movie and I couldn't think of one, but I'm like a huge like movie, like my wife and I love movies. Yeah. Video games, I game a little bit, not a lot, but like getting on and ripping some games with the homies. So
Heck yeah. What's your go-to?
dude, my go-to set for since I was 19 years old, Counter-Strike, dude. Counter-Strike on PC.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought when you said that, I thought you were gonna say some Call of Duty or like some whatever, but yeah, that's what's up.
Yep. Counter-Strike, dude.
All right. Let's do a couple more, Nate. Then we'll talk throwback future stuff.
Yeah. What's one of your favorite things in the shop, in the throwback shop?
There's some funny shit in there. Is this a serious, like my seriously favorite thing or like a funny serious thing?
Yeah.
Let's go funny favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a samurai sword in our shop. It's pretty dope.
What?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's like a katana and it's foam. So it's like it's not a real one, but it looks real. So like we'll fucking whip it out and like fucking whack each other with it. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's a funny one. My favorite like serious thing in the shop. I don't know, dude. I love my 3D printers. I have a bunch of 3D printers that I use to make mold plates, and I fucking nerd out over those hardcore. So maybe that.
Okay. What is your favorite brand of swim bait? Let's say you can't say Throwback, and you can't say, just because I know you like it, let's say you can't say like DRT. Give me something else. What's another one you like?
Dude, Nate's baits.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that. Yeah.
Those are, his soft baits are so fucking awesome. Like that's like my go-to soft bait is Nate's baits. They're tough to get, but man, they're fucking pretty and they're fishy for sure.
Since you told me about that, Billy, I've gone to that website, I don't know how many times, and I've literally not a once been on that website and seen a bait for sale ever.
Yeah.
They're sold out.
Yeah, they're tough. They're tough to get. But yeah, they're sick. They're super dope.
Yeah, that's rad, dude. Okay, Nate, you go one more, I'll go one more, we'll be done.
Favorite piece of throwback merch.
Good one.
Dude, we did a collab with G Crack, where they designed like some dope hoodies. I don't know if you could find it. It's actually, I just posted about it on my personal Instagram, but yeah, probably that piece of merch is so sick. The Gramps hat too. The Gramps hat is just like, it is money, dude. The Gramps hat is so good.
Yeah, dude, I freaking love G Crack too. Love G Crack as a company. Nate used to make fun of me so bad flipping that bellows gill. He'd be like, I ain't gonna catch fish. And I would smoke fish on it. I mean,
yeah. The bellows gill is dangerous for sure, dude. For sure.
Good, dude. Especially so. Here's the thing, too, right? Like, let me just jump up on old man Jordan's soapbox for just one sec to learn the youngins for a second. If you go punching, more times than not, when you're punching through mats, a lot of times people use like crayfish baits, right? But the thing is 92% of the time the fish are not feeding on crayfish under mats. They're feeding on bluegill and shad and like swimming forage. If you punch, and I know it doesn't come through as easy because it's a little bigger, but if you punch with something like a bellows shad or bellows gill, that is a better bait for punching as far as actually getting bites from the fish, because that's what they're looking for under there. They're not looking for crayfish. And I know everybody throws a cleanup craw or a whatever, a pit boss or what have you, but just a heads up, the G-Crack bellows gill is a nasty mother effer. So all right, last one. What's one of your favorite? This is a weird one maybe, but what's one of your favorite mistakes that Throwback has made that turned into something cool?
Nice.
Everything, dude. Everything. Literally. We fuck up everything, bro. Like, it's crazy. I guess I don't have a specific one, but not off the top of my head. But dude, that's everything about learning and iterating and designing and, create, destroy, rebuild type of thing. Like, it's constant, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's perfect. I love it. That was a really good.
Oh yeah. Yo, can I go take a leak super fast?
You can do whatever you want.
Be back. 2 seconds. I chugged like so much water. Hold on. Be right back.
So funny. So Billy's running the bathroom. We could edit this out. Maybe we won't. I don't know. But half the time, I don't know where you're at, Nate. Half the time when we're done with 90% of the time when we're done with the podcast, I'm straight to the bathroom.
It's right behind me, right here, and it's about every single time it's sprinting around the corner, right to the bathroom, right behind me. Yeah.
Because I drink so much water while we're talking because I don't want to or sweet tea or whatever. But also I think I told you I've been making my own sweet tea. It's killer. It's I got it. I think I got it pretty well dialed. It's really simple and really good. And I've literally wanted to make my own sweet tea since I lived in Texas, which was 300 years ago. Back before like there was telephones or cars. Been wanting to make it since then, and I just haven't. Now I'm making it, and it's so good. So all I want to do, Nate, whenever Billy comes back, if he does come back, which I hope he does, I just want to talk to him just a little bit about where Throwback is going, and what they foresee in it. That's it, and then we'll get out of here.
That's perfect.
You all good? Uh-oh. You're muted. What happened?
Oh, I think you hit mute.
Who did? Unmute mic. Can't unmute your guest. Your mic is now. Oh, now you're there. There you go.
Good. Yeah, we're all good, dude. It was bad, bro. Boys, I was like, I'm gonna fucking piss myself.
No, I get about that. Every time I get done with the podcast, I'm straight from here to the bathroom before I go to bed, before anything, because I drink so much water on the show that like I'm just dying, but I don't want to like jump off the thing. So
I'm sorry, I'm that guy.
No, you're all right. So let's just do this. You can snap your fingers. You can decide 5 years from now, all your dreams are coming true, even more than they already have. 10 years from now, where's Throwback going?
I think we're really shooting to be a household name. Like we're already in Tackle Warehouse. We're in Shields. We're starting to slowly but surely introduce, like I said, the more conventional market with our LT line. It's funny you ask me about this, or you asked this question, because we talk about this a lot. Like, what does the roadmap to that look like? So yeah, I think in like 3 to 5 years is like that. The goal is to become a more household name and to really like get people, the general population, comfortable with throwing big baits. I think that they're a super useful tool, and I think that they're one tool, right? Like, and like that's what a lot of swim bait purists are like. Swim baits is the only way, and that's not true. In my opinion, there's a lot of ways to catch fish and to target fish. So yeah, I think. But I do really love swim baits. Like I think that since I've thrown swim baits, I've caught I haven't caught more fish. I've caught fewer fish probably, but I've caught consistently bigger fish. So I think that I think that becoming more of a household name, you know, you guys applaud our merch game, and thank you. I appreciate it. We take a lot of pride in our brand, and that comes down to the way our baits look, to our merch, to everything, our website, to our social media, everything. But with that, it's like I want to make fishing big baits more accessible to everyone. So yeah, I think like becoming a household name, like being in all the big box retailers. I think that like bridging that gap between garage built handmade stuff and then more of the mass produced, mass distributed stuff is we're in there right now. That's where we are. We're right in the middle of both of those. Resin's not going away. Our handmade stuff is not going away. It's a beautiful thing because that's how we prototype, right? That's how we invent and create and whatever you want to call it is with the resin stuff. That's not going anywhere, but it's then taking those awesome resin baits we have and producing them and turning them into something that's more affordable. So yeah, I think that's kind of what we envision this looking like in the next 3 to 5 years.
That's sweet. Yeah, that's great, man.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, can I ask you a stupid question? That's going to sound stupid, but I just don't actually know. When you get into a tackle warehouse, when you get into Shields, does that like instantly just change how many baits you're selling? I mean, is it like is it just right away or no?
No, not really. I mean, they like, you'd be surprised, like tackle warehouse, like they move a lot of baits. Like they're our biggest retailer. Like they move far more than any other retailer that we're in. And we're in some decently big retailers. The problem with us is, and probably like handmade stuff, is like it's hard for us to keep up with demand. Like we're getting close to that. Like we finally are at the point after hiring 14 people and building out the shop and increasing efficiencies, and dude, just the amount of stuff we've figured out over the years it's mind-boggling to think of how we did stuff even 3 years ago. We're just so much faster. We're so much more dialed. But to answer your question, yeah, we get into tackle warehouse. Like they would buy everything we had if we let them. They would buy every single bait that we make. But we can't, right? We can't do that because we can't produce that much. So it's a cat and mouse game, really. With that being said, yeah, tackle warehouse, they move a lot of product, but it's weird. It's interesting. Like I think that being in tackle warehouse has definitely gotten us some exposure, but I think that obviously we didn't give them a lot of exposure. Tackle warehouse is massive, but I do think that our customers go to tackle warehouse to buy our baits sometimes when we don't have them in stock, right? So it's kind of I don't know, long-winded answer, but no, it's not like overnight things are crazy. No, I mean, they place decently big orders, but it's not like oh my gosh, our company has changed type of deal.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, for sure. Nate, I'm talking too much. What do you got?
No, you're killing it. You're asking all the questions that I was kind of wondering. So,
all right,
I think I need to get my hands on a Metro Glide and get
dude,
chunking it around.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I got you, boys. Send me your address and I'll get you some shipped out tomorrow.
Yeah,
I got you.
You don't have to give us.
Yeah.
Nah.
Bro, 100%. I'm giving you baits, 1,000%, and don't even question it. It's happening.
I'm not gonna argue with it, but I'm saying that's not. Nate, is that why you asked that question? Was
absolutely not why I asked. I'm legitimately saying, like, we like I said, we've been trying to set this up for a year and a half now. So we've been talking throwback for a while now. They're talking about the merch, the baits, the colors, that pink lemonade is ridiculous. Like, so it was legit. Like so it's something I want to do is throw more big baits. I've kind of dabbled in it a little bit here and there, but getting a good confidence bait in your hand and chunking it around and trying to get some fish on, I think would be a blast. So
for sure, dude. Yeah, for sure. I have a few more questions, Billy. I keep on just coming up. I don't know. I love your whole vibe. Even Bassmaster was covering iCast. Was it iCast where you launched the LT?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So like even seeing the article on iCast, like your swim bait stuff was like one of the first things featured on there. And like, I have nothing to do with your company other than the fact that you and I are like text buddies. And I was like pumped. Like I was so stoked to see y'all getting more exposure. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like rooting for y'all, cheering for you from the sidelines. So I love it. But the other question I have for you is there's a lot of swim bait companies out there, right? Nobody creates in a vacuum, right? Like Pablo Picasso said, good artists borrow, great artists steal. Your stuff doesn't look like everybody else's stuff, but do you get influenced? Do you look at clutch swim baits? Do you look at sink fishing? Do you look at whoever else? Do you not really pay attention? How does that work?
Yeah, no, that's a great point, dude. And the swim bait, man, the swim bait industry specifically is I mean, so we've been knocked off twice by China. So China knocked us off on the Wake Walker. This was years ago. And then recently we just got the Metro knocked off too. So China got their hands on our shit and started mass producing biasly shitty versions of our baits that are like $5 a pop, right? Yeah. Now people worry that like hurts us. It doesn't really, and that's like the power of our brand. Like people are going to buy from us, right? They're going to buy from us what they know is tried and true. So that's a side tangent, but my point being, in the swim bait world, there's a lot of people pointing fingers. You copied me here. You copied me here. This is the ripoff. This is a knockoff. You know, this and that. Like, I don't know if you guys are in like, the swim bait, like, Facebook groups or anything, but you're right. I mean, like, so to answer your question, like, we made a glide bait because I like throwing glide baits. Like, yeah, for sure. Like, do we make it our own, but like we weren't the first person to make a 7-inch glide bait. That ship had sailed fucking 10, 20 years or 15, whatever it was. Like, so yeah, I mean, but we wanted to make it how we wanted to make it. We wanted it to run super true. We wanted you to be able to burn it as fast as you can and it not blow out. We wanted you to be able to chop it. We wanted you to be able to suspend it. Like, so that's, yeah, I guess to answer your question, like, yeah, of course I have, it's all influence. It's all inspiration of every single bait I've ever thrown my entire life. Same with Kyle and same with Doug, right? We made the chickadee because Kyle loved throwing crawlers, all different types of crawler baits. It's just what he liked to do. We made, the Metro Glide because I was a huge fan of throwing glide baits. So I think that it's what's true to us. Like, a lot of times we come out with baits that we fish normally, like, and we don't copy people. We build it completely from scratch. But yeah, for sure. Like, I'll throw a glide bait and be like, I like this with this glide bait. I don't like this with this glide bait. And then with this bait, I like this aspect of it, but I don't like this aspect. And then we all put our heads together, Kyle, Doug, and I, and it's a very team effort with our bait development. It's not just me. It's not just Kyle. It's not just Doug. It's all three of us tuning and fine tuning and stuff. So yeah, I think that people get really caught up in like, you copied me, you copied this, like, and that's where like product is in business. Product is only one component of it, right? Like,
sure,
you have a million other components that will make you profitable or not profitable, make you successful, right? Or not. Yeah, like I said, people buy our baits because of who we are, what we stand for. We also take care of our customers. Like, that's a huge deal. So yeah, I mean, I does that answer your question? That was long-winded. Sorry, but
oh, it absolutely does. Because yeah, I just think some people will be like, man, I've never looked at another swim bait. I've never whatever. And I'm like, that's probably not true. But I also know like the fishing industry is big dollar wise, but it's actually small in terms of like the number of people who are actually making waves in it, you know? And so I didn't know, like, do you network with people like Andrew Gardner from Sink Fishing? Are you friends with the dudes from whoever else, swim bait company, you know? Or
100%. Yeah.
holistic? Is it like peeing on the corner? Like, no, this is ours. Or is it more like, is it more like a friendship culture?
Yeah. Yeah. So like all the, like KGB, Kevin from KGB, Mike Buka from Bullshed. Yeah, we know them super clutch, or Josh from Clutch. Yeah, we're super tight with them. We're super close with them. Like we've talked many. I would consider all of them friends. Some of the smaller guys, yeah, like some of the smaller builders too. Like it's interesting. Like the smaller builders, I feel like really respect us. Because we are like very inclusive, and our brand and our company is not standoffish. We do not think we're better than you. We do not think that you are less than us. I mean, we're not even that fucking big. Like, let's be real. Like, we're not like, we're not a Spro, you know, we're not like, we're just you, but just a little bit older. That's how I feel a lot of times. And now Kevin and Bullshed and Josh, like those guys are, yeah, I think that, yeah, we're super close. Like a lot of the, like, he said, she said, he's copying whatever, they're copying us, whatever. I feel like that's like done like a little bit at like the more like small batch builders, right? Where they do 20 baits a month. You see that a lot. We don't, I guess, really, like, I'm pumped about Kevin from KGB's success and Josh from Clutches and Mike Buka. Like, Mike Buka is the fucking man. Bullshed. Like, I'm pumped about it. And like, I have nothing but respect for those guys. And I think likewise, I mean, like, I think that they feel the same way about us. But that's just good business, right? Like, that's also good. I don't know. We would never, like, I don't know. I mean, you guys see it. Like, when you see somebody like, oh, this person, fuck that person, like they fucking whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just not, that's just not good business. We would never do that. We would never do that. So I think that that's why people like us. I mean, we're professional. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of fucking drama. And it's like, I have bigger fish to fry, and like, I have more problems to deal with than like this person said that person knocked this person off or whatever. And the other good thing that we have going for us is, like, when you said it seems disingenuous if like you're like, dude, like my favorite glide bait was KGB Legend before we made our glide. I loved it. I love that bait. And Kevin from KGB makes a fucking really good glide bait. Yeah. And then DRT, right? Nate's baits. Like, yeah, dude, we throw other people's baits and we love them. We also make our own, and we make them different, right? Every single bait that we've made is literally fully built from the ground up, from literally a drawing. So Kyle and I will literally hand draw something, what we want it to look, the shape, whatever. I'll bring it into CAD. I'll model the entire thing from scratch, and we'll test print it and test pour it, test weigh it, test everything, and we'll make changes. So we've never been accused of, you know, copying somebody's style or bait, but there's a lot of that. There's a lot of finger pointing going on, and yeah, we just don't partake in it.
Yeah, I respect that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, one question, I swear, unless you got something else, Nate. The Honcho, is that from Mike Honcho? Is that where that name comes from? Please say yes.
No. I don't know who that is either. Who's Mike Honcho?
Oh my gosh, dude.
Mike Honcho?
Yeah, in the movie Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Spread for Playgirl magazine as Mike Honcho. I spread my butt cheeks and everything. Mike Honcho. He's like,
oh no.
So the real question I have for you is not that, but the real question is the Honcho then, and this just shows I don't know anything, so maybe I'm stupid, but it's a bigified Metro. Is it same? They're all the same.
Yeah. So the Metro, so the Retro, which is our 9-inch one, literally, it's not this easy. Like, and we joke about this because Doug and Kyle are always like, well, just click the corner and just drag it and make it bigger. Like,
Right? Yeah.
that's not how CAD works.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, essentially the Metro is a smaller version to scale of the Retro. The Honcho is a larger version to scale of the Retro. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, so essentially, I don't want to say you click the thing because I got to fucking rebuild the whole goddamn thing. I mean, not entirely, but a lot of it. So yeah, yes, but then there's a couple baits like, so we just came out with the big game Metro. So the fucking snook guys, we're throwing our Metro that's got 80 pound power swivels, right? They were throwing them from 40-inch snook and literally breaking swivels. We were like, you guys are fucking crazy, right? And so you would never in a million years break one of those on any largemouth ever. It wouldn't happen. But the snook guys have broken them, and the musky guys have broken them. So we made a big game Metro where we beefed them up. But like that, I had to dimensionally change. I had to make that one a little bit wider. I had to change some stuff. I had to change like the joints a little bit. So, but yeah, you're right. To answer your question, yeah, this is just a fucking giant Retro. Yeah,
It is, but it isn't. It looks like it, feels like it, but it's a lot more in it than just, you know, clicking up on the arrow keyboard on your laptop.
correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, god dang it, dude. This was really fun, man. I appreciate you hanging
That
out
was
with us.
awesome.
So much about the company, so much about you. I liked the company before. I love the company now. I wish y'all nothing but the best. Man, thank you for jumping on, Bill.
Yeah, well, very much so appreciated, and also likewise, dude. Like since we met, I've listened to a lot of your podcasts, and I fucking dig them. And you guys are killing it too. So fucking keep that up. Like it's like, what's that saying? It's like, I don't know if people have come to you and been like, oh, you guys kind of just like blew up overnight, and it's like, yeah, a 6-year overnight success. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
You know, like
Sure.
people don't see the fucking long hours. I mean, it's 10 o'clock right now. We all got kids and we're fucking sitting here talking, right? Like, so no, same goes to you guys. Like, I fucking really dig your vibe. I dig your content. You guys know what the fuck you're talking about. And, you bring in some dope people too. So that's, yeah. So likewise, I'm sharing the love. I appreciate you guys. And, but the
Means a
feeling's
lot.
mutual. So.
Yeah. That does mean a lot. Well, thank you so much, brother. You can hop off and we'll catch up with you soon. And thank you, man. Thank you.
Sounds good. Send me addresses and I'll
Absolutely.
get you baits.
Yeah, man, we'll do. All
I
right.
appreciate it.
All right.
All right.
Man, that was freaking dope, dude. So dope.
Billy is not so stupid.
No, Billy's not stupid.
No, that's awesome.
I don't think he could dunk. I bet he can't dunk, just like Billy Hoyle on White Man Can't. I don't know. Billy, I can see you in the background. Nod. Can you dunk? No, he cannot. He's just slowly shaking his head and then jumped off. I wouldn't. If he said yes, I'd be like, shut up, do it, prove it.
Right.
There's this cat that I listen to. This one podcast called Locked On Podcast. It's a Packer podcast, Green Bay Packers podcast, and he puts out an episode every single day. Which, holy moly, that's a lot of work. And what about the off season? He's got to just be making stuff up. You know, like the grass count at Lambeau Field is 100 blades per. You know, I mean, how do you even do that every single day? Anyway, he's 6'3". I just found out today, the podcast host, he's 6'3", and he looks like a little dude. I'm like, whoa. So I don't know. Billy could be 6'7". I haven't. Oh, dang it. I hope my kid stick them in. They're just gonna say it. But yeah, if you could honestly listen to that podcast, if you could watch this video on YouTube and not be a fan of Throwback, I don't know. I don't even know what to say to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Something is wrong for sure. Like you said, the vibe, the authenticity, the originality in the name, the baits, the designs, like everything. Like it was awesome.
I'm gonna pull up a picture real quick. This is the one that we were talking about. That I think is sort of put them on the map. Not put them on the map. They're already on the map, but they put this bait color out a while ago, and then it's been ripped off by other people trying to do something similar. But this is the bait that Nate and I were talking about that we absolutely just freaking love. I I'm not going to like request a certain bait from Billy. That'd be kind of bogus if he's going to give you a free bait to like ask. I have this one specifically.
Right. Yeah.
This is the pink lemonade Metro Glide. It is so sexy. If you're not watching this on YouTube, and you should be at Tackling Tacos YouTube, it's a Metro Glide, so it's a 7-incher, and it's mostly yeller with a little bit of pink kind of faded gradient in on the front part of the belly, and then a light pink tail section, and that is just so bad to the bone.
It is, yeah, so bad to the bone, so unique. Gonna have awesome drawing power, and that's awesome. Bait that's gonna first catch fishermen, then obviously catch plenty of fish. So
just so sick, dude. And then
yeah,
do you know the YouTube Nate, the homeless fisherman?
Oh yeah. I don't see the YouTube much, but I'm pretty positive I follow him on IG. He's always fishing off that that longboard or whatever.
Yeah. He's always fishing off the paddleboard thing, and and he's actually a heck of a fisherman. I don't know if he's actually homeless or around on the van, but he's a really good angler. Like, he knows his stuff, even the way he talks, and he's a big throwback guy. And he's always throwing that pink lemonade Metro Glide. Always. I've seen him catch some. I mean, I've seen him catch some giants on it. Actually, I have a picture here. Let me see if I can pull this up of him, of that guy, the homeless fisherman. Again, sorry, I'm not as fast at this as some people are. Let me remove that one. Sorry, dude. That's not bad fish. And what reel is that right there? Calcutta Conquest. What do you know?
Looks like it, yeah.
Like the standard machine. Like, that's what everybody throws if you're a big swim bait guy. You got to have a big, sexy split grip rod with a just filthy. I mean, what is a Calcutta Conquest anyway? I mean, what is it, $600? Do you know, Nate?
That's a good question. I don't know. I was gonna say 5, but 4 to 5, but I don't have any idea.
That's $655.
Oof, jeez.
Yeah, they're nasty, but they are so sexy. Because for the longest time, a little quick run through history, real quick, if you didn't know this, the Shimano Calcutta, it's a bait cast reel, but it's not like the typical low profile. It's the old school, like round kind of barrel drum style bait cast reel. And for a long time, the Calcutta was a musky guy, just staple. And it wasn't as like sexy and cool looking as it is now, but it was just a big drum, gold Shimano aluminum reel. Great reel. I have a couple of them for musky fishing only. And then in the background somewhere, the Conquest, I'm almost certain I'm right about this. I'm almost certain. But the Conquest was a JDM, meaning a Japanese only one. And it was just sexier. The side plate had these little designs in it. The reel where it came off, like the gearing was kind of offset from the main barrel. And then it became this just like standard. The 300 size is the bigger one. Obviously there's 100 and 200 sizes as well. But the 300 is like for really big baits. If you're making those where you're kind of not really casting it, you're sort of
lobbing that thing. Yeah.
Lobbing is a good word for it. Cause on big swim baits, you're not, it's not like chucking a crankbait. You got to kind of let that thing rip. And with a 300, you get so much line on there. Anyway, it's just a sexy reel. It looks so good. It's gold. Dudes will trick out the handles and put different things on them, like our boy Trey Harple from his customizing company. But anyway, make sure you check them out, man. If you haven't already, while you're listening, watching, throwbackbaits.com. Just the coolest stuff. And after you talk to somebody like Billy, who's just as authentic as they come, passion just oozing out of his ears. And I love the different like roles everybody in their team plays and how much he cares about his team. How could you not want to support that?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
So I think we'll wrap it up there. Throwbackbaits.com. Buy you some stuff. Tacklingtacos.com. Get you some merch. We got the fresh new rope hats. We got the hats like Nate is wearing, like the offset with the Richardson, the circle logo. We have this in multiple colors, t-shirts, sticker packs, all that stuff. And we appreciate everybody for listening, for watching. And yeah, like always, man, remember, no matter what, if you're going through some stuff in life, if you can press pause, if you can breathe, and remember that positivity is worth the effort, things do get better. And we will catch you on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.